Wait, you know how like they'll be like, so we're starting a podcast.
Oh yeah.
So we're starting a podcast.
Guys, we're all nervous. So we're gonna be doing a podcast basically about our faith and what it's like being a college athlete, how we go through things.
Yeah, we want to take y'all along and just kind of walk with Christ together and be real with y'all. And like, we're just teenagers, we don't know everything, but we want to share his word and we want to grow ourselves.
But we know that there's a lot of young people out there who have similar dreams to us, and we feel that we can help some of them. So
We want to start with a prayer?
Yeah, I can start.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh God. This might take a couple tries. Lord, just thank you so much for these amazing girls, and thank you just for our lives and that we're able to wake up today, and we thank you for this amazing Bible and guide that we get to read every time we want, and just please move through us. Please let us hear your word and let us maybe change one person's life today. Amen.
amen.
Okay, I'll start. So my name's Madden. I'm a sophomore. We're all on the women's soccer team here, and we're all roommates. My major is sports management, and I'm from Columbia.
Hi guys, my name is Emma. I'm the goalkeeper on the women's soccer team. My major is chemical engineering, and I'm also from South Carolina.
Hey guys, I'm Katie. I'm a forward here at South Carolina. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, so a little far. And my major is public health. It's new, I'm not quite sure what it means. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here. Am I missing anything? No, that's it. Guys, do we like my Bible or what?
Put it up with the lady.
Like my golden the boo-boos,
Wait, let's all
24
show our
carat.
This is the ultimate golden lapopo.
I don't know what that means, but yes.
What? That's my journal.
Okay. So for y'all, like, when did religion become a part of your sport?
Okay, I think for me, my religion started from a young age. I've always been Christian, but I think my junior year of high school is when I really started to get into my faith. But I think it really developed last year, my freshman year, just because, you know, we'll get into this in another video, but I think when you go through things and like you're challenged, that's when your faith really grows. So I'd say freshman year is when I really started to develop an intimate relationship with Christ. And then it's just helped me ever since with my sport and dealing with things. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar. I'm like what they call a cradle Catholic, so I've been Catholic my whole life, and I've only gone to Catholic school, and I'm super blessed. Like, I know my parents worked hard for that. But I've just kind of always been surrounded by it, and so I think I kind of took it for granted. Honestly, a majority of my life, let's be real here. And I mean, I always loved Jesus. He was always a part of my life, but I don't think I would say he was a part of me. And it wasn't until going into my senior year, or actually it was my junior year, when times started to get rough in my life, and it wasn't just all rainbows and happiness. And again, yeah, we'll get into like, I think the specifics, but you know, people getting sick, friends dying, it really kind of showed me the silver lining with life, and that like tomorrow's not promised. And so ever since then, I've, you know, given my life to Christ and just trying to live as best I can for him.
I think I would say like the same thing. Faith has always been a part of my life. I always knew that God existed, but I don't think I ever like officially created that relationship with him until I want to say like junior year of high school, and I really just found a good group of friends and was like facing the direction of him. And ever since then, it's like I think my mindset has shifted away from being a soccer player who believes in God to being a Christian who plays soccer, and that's been the biggest part of my journey.
Is there anything specific that either of y'all do, like during the games or before the games or after the games, that is for Christ?
Yeah, so I usually just like pray before every practice and game, and then I just kind of remind myself that everything that happens is for a reason, and like there's going to be hard times during my sport, and just, you know, trying to play soccer for God and not just for like accomplishments or achievements, and just using it to glorify Him. So definitely that.
I would agree with that. Using our sport because it's a gift from God, using it to show like His goodness and nothing else. I think that's like something I try to remind myself of, and then praying. Obviously, we've started doing something where we have a verse for each game, which I really like, because it's like you look down and your finger's taped or your wrist is taped, and say you just got fouled in a game or you just missed like a pass or a shot, like you look down and you're reminded that like it's not that big of a deal because it's all for God. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think something that's really cool too, especially at our school here, is that our team has really like dove headfirst into our faith this year. And like she said, we pick Bible verses, and it's not just like two people picking it, it's everyone collectively votes on it. And then also before a majority of our games, we do a little Bible study, and it can be led by whoever on the team, whoever feels called to do it. And I think it's special, and I think if there's people who are hearing this and they're like, oh, we should try that, like do it. And
Yes.
it's okay. If you're nervous,
Yeah.
who cares? Like no one here is judging. Obviously not. Like no one here is judging. And it genuinely can make such a big difference, not only with your faith, but just bringing y'all closer together.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
And I think it also like eases a lot of like pressure and anxiety, and it's just like helps you play more freely.
Yeah. Sitting in that room, looking around at all your teammates, it's like it's a different level of connectivity and spirituality that like can only be achieved through Christ, and yeah.
Jesus will be resurrected. Said redheads will be executed. Little play on words, one would say. We'll work on it.
We will get better.
God, I hope they know who Ashley is.
No idea.
I don't even know who that is, so
You have to look it up. She's my queen. Anyway,
All right.
back to serious.
What are some Bible verses that speak to you or help you with life or sports?
I think a big one for me is Philippians 1:6, and it reads, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." And for me, this means He didn't bring this far just to leave you. And I think some days when I'm having a rough week of training, or maybe just a bad day of training, I just remind myself that it's like, just because I have this one day, God's not done with me yet. Like He has this plan for me, and I need to learn something from this.
I like that.
For mine, I actually have a lot of friends. Recently it was weird. One of my friends on Notre Dame just said that this is their team verse as well, and I thought that was really cool. But it says, "What then shall we say to these things? If God can be for us, then who can be against us?" And that's Romans 8, verse 31. And actually, this is such a weird story, but when I was going through all those hard times at the end of high school, I literally randomly opened up my Bible, and I'm not lying, and it was this verse, and it literally like hit me in the gut. And I would say like from that point in my life, like that's when Jesus saved my life, because that was a really rough point. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's, if God is for us, then who can be against us? No matter how hard things are, no matter how dark it may seem, like God is always the light at the end of the tunnel, and He is gonna grab you by whatever He can freaking grab and take you out of that dark little pit. And when times get hard in the games, when you're like, gosh, like I don't know how we're gonna get through this. I don't know how I can make one more long run. I don't know how I can track back and get that defender. Like you can do it, and it's just God has your back no matter what, and there's nothing that you can't overcome when He has your back.
Love that.
Snaps.
So I actually have two, but my first one is, but those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not become weary. They will walk and not faint. My grandmother had this verse in her room before she passed away, so that's kind of like where I got it from. But I think this really relates to athletes, and I have some notes about it. And I think because strength comes from God, not just training. And then God renews your strength. You're not pushing alone. He sustains you. And then hope over hustle. It's easy to rely on only your own effort, but this verse is for those who hope in the Lord. So, when you put your hope in Him, He's going to get you through what you need to go through. And then not results, stats, or comparison. will soar. That's powerful for any athlete under pressure. And then endurance through faith. They will run and not grow weary. It's more than a physical stamina. It's about resilience, heart, and not giving up when it's hard. And then my second one is Proverbs 3:5-6, and it's trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take.
Off the dome.
And I just love that one because, when you put your trust in God, He's never going to fail you. So I think that is just like kind of a comfort verse for me, because when I'm going through things, I just remember that verse. I'm like, okay, God's got it under control, so everything will be fine. It was good.
That was good. I also think like college soccer, college sports, it's such a big weight on your shoulders. Even if it's like the little things like homework or just a schedule change, honestly, it puts a lot of weight on you. And like centering your life around God takes away a lot of this stress, is what I've learned, like being in college. And it's just honestly so helpful.
Yeah.
So what does being a Christian athlete mean for you guys?
Yeah, I think for me, being a Christian athlete at the end of the day is just being humble, but it's also just not taking advantage of it. Like I said earlier, we are so lucky, and we're such a small percentage that we even make it this far. And we have been blessed with the awesome opportunity to be at the University of South Carolina. And when you have so many accolades coming your way, or maybe the quite opposite, when you have everything going wrong and your touch is just so bad that game, and you're like, why am I even here? I think as a Christian athlete, you have to realize that this is a gift from God. And not only is this sport a gift from God, but it's also realizing that the people around you are just as much as a gift of God as the sport is. And as a Christian athlete, you just have to make sure that you treat every person and every athlete or non-athlete exactly the same way.
Yeah, I like what you said. I think also we're just so lucky because we have such a great program here, and everyone is like family, and I think that's really hard to come by. So I think being a Christian athlete is like taking advantage of your blessings, and also, being really humble, and every action that you take and everything that you say is a reflection of God. So using your sport to glorify God, just being a good teammate, being a good, player to your coaches, and just being kind and doing what you can to help, and then also encouraging other people too, because I feel like it'd be really hard if you didn't have faith, because you kind of don't have that anchor that a lot of like Christian athletes would have. So just trying to uplift everyone, regardless if they're a Christian or not a Christian, is really important too. So
I mean, I would definitely bounce off everything you guys have said. I think most importantly, like, we are on a platform when we play college sports, and to use that platform wisely, because this is God's purpose for us. Like, God has given us this platform for a reason, and it is to show everyone else the good that God does in your lives and the good that God can do when you let Him into your life. Yeah, just using that platform as a means to be a vessel for God's love and His grace, because not everyone is healthy, not everyone is able, not everyone can afford, not everyone can be here where we are and what we're doing, and like, we should just be grateful for that and use that platform.
Redo. And redo. Restart it.
It's just gonna be clips of you down the chair doing your Lord.
Oh, I didn't do the dab!
okay, what are some Bible verses
Ready?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay faithful.
Stay focused.
And keep playing for the